We're going, me peeps. Confused man there. Usually, you know. Confusion. Yes, man, that's what the usual thing, you know. Sipping a cup of tea. For a British, innit? For a British. Aye, and don't laugh after me flower cup, you know. Now, my son bought this for me when he was a little teeny toddler. I think he was about 2 or 3 years old. Now 11 years old. And I still got my same cup of drink from till now. And what's quite funny, you know, like this kind of like ownership kind of thing is the only cup in the house that I actually drink from, which is quite strange. And if my wife make me a cup of tea, she put it in this cup. You know, anybody make a cup of tea, it goes in this cup. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so, you know the usual, the confused man there, man. Me there, hell me there. There, watch how things are going, you know. And I chill back and sit back and see how things are going still. So, what me still on to, you know, this is not the what issue, you know, man. I'm going to be brief tonight because when me still a call off, I'm still a surprise. You know, they say, Vincent Shan do everything for 9 days talk. So, I count for my finger. I say, boy, I like a tree, you know. But somewhere in my heart, I always thought that we were more of a resilient people. So I was kind of surprised like this. I actually turned out to, like, seemed like everything in Vincent turned out to be a 9 days talk. You know? Because I can't see why bulldozers still up on their wheel. Don't know, you know. You know? Them things should be on their side all now. You know? And to be honest, if I'm openly going to say, I'm kind of disappointed that from the opposition party that nobody actually stood up there and called for support from people to bring this thing to a halt. I read an article of one person declaring how difficult it is to get access to these reports that they claim that was readily available. And but I don't people to understand that these reports, they're not there, and the reason why they're hiding them because they know they didn't even look at these things to refresh them or revise them to enter into this contract. And they're claiming that how many people sit down around table and in November and went through these contracts. You need to understand that the ULP surround themselves with the people of their own supporters. So if 100 men sit around the table and decide on the contract, it's going to be 100 men who in favor of the ULP, irrespective of what they do, whether wrong or right. They will never say you're wrong or never say anything else. They'll all support whatever Julian, Francis, and Ralph say. You know what I mean? One next issue I like people to understand, so, you know, I work with Ralph is very psychological. And he uses a psychological thing on Vincent and people so easy and catch them that he said, ask Ralph. And people tend to ask Ralph for everything. So you want a job, you ask Ralph. You know, you get fired, you ask Ralph. You belly hot, you ask Ralph. Everything you ask Ralph. But you forget something. You voted for constituency representative. You voted for a person to represent you, yeah, in the House of Parliament. But you don't ask that person anything. You don't hold a person accountable. So your representative is getting away scot-free all the time because you're blaming Ralph. So when it comes to election, it's so easy for them to say, it's not my fault or Ralph's fault, but support me. But what you don't realize, once you support them and I vote for them, you vote for Ralph. So Ralph will always be in power. Yeah? So Ralph psychologically can mold this thing to fit his own little, you know, trickery. And I think it's tricky. But Vincent should look at that. You should start hold your constituency representative more to account. And if you do that, they'll be scared of losing their seat. And once they become scared of losing their seat, they'll then hold the prime minister to account. Yeah? But as long as you keep letting them go free and blaming Ralph, yes, they're always going to have that road to come back on to tell you it wasn't their fault. Everything has to be approved by Parliament, and they try on your behalf. And you're going to believe them because they're going to make it sound so honest. Yes? Hold your constituency representative to account. Yet you voted for them. If you hold them to account, they'll have to hold the Prime Minister to account. And all this nonsense wouldn't be. Yes? Because they're afraid to lose their seat. And if they lose their seat, it means Ralph loses his seat. Simple as that. Yeah? I'm saying, all also, me expect was to see at least one person stood up down in North Leeward and said no to this project. And I guarantee you, yes, if one person stand up there, 2 and 3 and 4 would come. Yes? And it wouldn't be in dozens or hundreds. It'd likely be in thousands. Listen to what Patel himself said. Yes, the NDP party holds the mass of the votes in St. Vincent, and they need to start acting like they own that mass. I think in one of my videos I did say once upon a time, Fred, you need to be careful that the people doesn't become fed up of him, that they become fed up of Ralph. Yeah, come on, man. Somebody somewhere, you don't have to be NDP people. Somebody, if you know this thing not right, stand up there. People will support you. There's no way under the sun that project should continue. That have just blatant open eye robbery to Vincentian people. You're not just a rob not Leeward people, you rob the whole country. When billions upon billions of dollars could be made from our natural resources and is sent off to a foreign country, yeah, to somebody overseas to get richer, and Vincentian still stay there and just drink rum and eat dry bread, yeah, is robbing every Vincy, not just not Leeward people. Stand together, demand change, ensure that your government become accountable, your constituency representative become accountable. Say no to all this exploitation and stop the open eye robbery. Yes? Pull me. Confusion. Now make this next 9 days stop, man. Do something about it. In the meantime, me sip me tea and mind all your business.